Split call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Two national calls.
Split call, Mr Speaker.
Yep, Scott Simpson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a pleasure to rise in support of the very good bill in the name of my friend and colleague, Dr Cam Calder. I haven't participated in this debate previously, nor did I sit on the Select Committee, but I have had an opportunity to hear some of the debate, some of the very good debate that has occurred in the lead up to this third reading. And I've got to say, sir, that I am disappointed to hear from members opposite who somehow want to discount the role and right of this member, Dr Cam Calder, to bring his bill to the House, to have it debated fully and properly and adequately considered by this House, because they think that their bill somehow has some kind of precedence, some kind of greater moral importance or substance than Dr Calder's bill. Now, that is an arrogance of enormous proportion, but it's an arrogance of proportion that we see so often, particularly from members of the Green Party and the Labour Party. Sir, it's a very big day for Dr Calder. I've had the very great privilege, sir, of knowing Dr Calder for a good number of years. In fact, sir, in a previous life I was chair of the Northern region of the National Party, and I well remember a conversation had maybe about 10 years ago when Dr Calder asked to meet with me, and he had an important matter to discuss, and he ended up, we were in Auckland at that stage. But Dr Calder said that he had an important matter that he wanted to discuss with me, and so I met with him, I think over coffee, and he revealed to me that he wanted to pursue a parliamentary career, that he wanted to offer himself to the National Party as a candidate, that he wanted to take his voluntary role further to the next step to becoming a candidate and then ultimately a member of this Parliament. And, sir, he did that. He has worked hard and diligently all that period of time. He sought selection a couple of times and then ended up as a list MP and has done 6 very good, solid years, not only on behalf of his party, but on behalf of this Parliament and the people of New Zealand. And I want to congratulate him, and I want to share my words of support along with other members who this evening have also wanted to express their support and congratulations for his very fine valedictory speech delivered this afternoon. Sir, this bill is one that is very important, and I don't share the view of opposition members that it is somehow of minor importance. This is a bill that is all about closing off an area of potential harm and risk to New Zealanders, particularly when they're travelling. And, sir, I think that it's a very important matter, and I like the way that the Select Committee has relabelled the bill to indicate the better definitional approach of the naming, and to call it the Summary Offences Possession of High-Powered Laser Pointers Amendment Bill, I think does, sir, more accurately reflect that the type of laser it seeks to control. Sir, the possession of these lasers will become in the same way as someone who maybe is carrying a knife in a public place without lawful cause or purpose, and I think this is very appropriate. As a former speaker, my colleague Mike Sabin from Northland said there are some irresponsible ratbags that are part of our society, and they are irresponsible. They're irresponsible in their actions, and they're irresponsible in the way that they use these devices, with real harm and potential being done to people on public transport, particularly aircraft. So, sir, this is, I think, a very good bill. It's a bill that's been well considered both at Select Committee and in this chamber, sir. Currently, there are no laws to govern the possession of handheld lasers in a public place, and even one would think that with modern technology moving quickly, it would be the responsibility of this House to keep up to date with these things. That sometimes is not the case, and so sometimes, sir, it's beholden upon members to use the members' bill process in this manner to achieve the result that Dr Calder has been able to do. Sir, it's very appropriate that tonight, the same evening that Dr Calder has given his very fine valedictory after 6 very successful years of contribution to this House, to the National Party and to the Parliament of New Zealand, that we should be passing this bill in his name. And, sir, it's my absolute pleasure and delight to stand here as one of the final speakers in this debate in support of his wonderful personal achievement. I congratulate him and endorse this bill with enormous energy to the House for its finest commendation. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I want to thank my colleague and friend Scott Simpson for the opportunity to share this call, and also to add my acknowledgement and congratulations to Dr. Cam Calder, not only on getting this